It's Tuesday night on Daily Iowan TV Sports, which means Kirk Ferentz talks business with the media.
But before we get to that, we'll head to beautiful Grant Field.
Aggressive play may be a key component for teams when scoring goals, but for Iowa field hockey, the story is on the other end of the field.
After winning 4 games straight, field hockey reporter Jordan Maloney took a closer look at the key defense that's been leading these Hawkeyes to victory.
The 16th ranked University of Iowa field hockey team improved their record to 6-3 after putting up wins over Rutgers and Missouri State this past weekend at Grant Field. In their last 4 outings, the team has recorded 3 shutouts and 20 goals over their opponents, exemplifying the statement, "The best offense is a good defense." In their 9 games so far this season, the Hawkeye defense has only allowed their opponents 15 goals scored, averaging less than 2 goals scored against them per game. The team took on their first Big Ten opponent in Rutgers last Friday, September 18th, ultimately coming out on top, despite a tough battle on the field.
Big Ten play is always very physical and aggressive.
Big Ten play is a lot different than out of conference. They're big physical girls in the Big Ten, so we need to make sure that we're really low posture, all kind of things like that.
When it comes to this powerhouse Hawkeye defense, their playmaking goalie has much to be recognized for. The starting goalie, Alexandra Pecora, has recorded 26 saves so far this season, leading Iowa to victory in many close matches. This shutout defense is led by senior Liz Lay, sophomore Veronique Del Clerc, and junior Chandler Ackers, who have all contributed much more to the team than battling in front of their defending goal. The trio has added 11 goals to their team's record this season, 9 of which came off the stick of Chandler Ackers. But the team isn't satisfied yet. Starting out their Big Ten play with a 4-3 win, Iowa focuses on their matchup with Indiana this Friday, September 25th.
So it's really going to be a battle of who can keep what offense at bay, because they've scored a lot of goals just like we have. So I think it'll be a very even match, and it's going to be able to who can capitalize and then who can defend.
The team hopes to continue improving their defense as they look ahead this weekend to take on Indiana and Ball State. That's all for today from Grant Field. I'm Jordan Maloney with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
What a great start to their season. We'll see if they can continue that trek on the road this weekend.
Speaking of road games, it was a tough weekend for Iowa women's soccer.
They had no luck in the opening of Big Ten play when they lost to both Michigan and Michigan State.
There are plenty of conference games left, though, and there's no way this team is going to give in this quick.
Especially with the guidance of one player, and soccer reporter Katie Reber has the story.
Behind every successful team is a successful leader. The captain of this year's women's soccer team is proving to be quite a legendary leader. Approaching her 35th win to move past former Hawkeye Emily Moran as the winningest goalkeeper in Hawkeye history, Hannah Clark is focused on working as a team. I was able to catch up with Hannah Clark, who along with successfully leading her soccer squad, is also able to lead herself to some important milestones in her Hawkeye soccer career.
Personally, I just want to make sure I'm there for my team, stopping shots, just being the extra hand that they need, get the shutout.
This goalkeeper is definitely there for her team as she holds the school record in career shutouts with 26 and is third all-time with 254 saves. But if you ask Hannah Clark, teamwork makes the dream work.
Just having the back line in front of me, they've helped me a lot getting my shutouts. I couldn't do it without the whole team in front of me.
Starting every game this season, for Hannah, it's all about keeping her head in the game.
I mean, mentally, as a goalkeeper, if you're not getting too many shots, you have to stay engaged.
As captain of this team, Hannah Clark's biggest piece of advice for the newcomers?
Practice. If you work hard at practice, it'll play out for you during the game.
From the Iowa Soccer Complex, this has been Katie Reber, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
We'll see if the Hawks and their captain can turn their Big Ten play around when they come back to Iowa City for a pair of games against Ohio State and Penn State.
Speaking of the home game environment, I still can't get over the environment that was inside Kinnick Stadium this past Saturday. Yeah,
it was definitely one people are not going to forget for a long time. But head coach Kirk Ferentz is a strong believer in the 24-hour rule, where they're already focusing on Week 4.
The Iowa football team faces the Mean Green of North Texas inside Kinnick Stadium on Saturday.
And we'll now hand it off to the head man himself and what he's thinking after coming off such an incredible win and where he and the team moves forward from here.
I think there are two major things that we're looking at. First of all, we're trying to learn as much as we can about North Texas, and that's a work in progress. Obviously, they're a new opponent for us.
Yeah, the last 24 hours it's been crazy, but things are settling down. We're already on to North Texas, and So we're just moving forward and just figuring out how we're going to beat this North Texas team, honestly.
Ferentz also talked a lot about going against a familiar foe, Dan McCarney.
McCarney is the current head coach of North Texas, but is pretty familiar with the Hawkeyes. He spent 11 years as a head coach with the Iowa State Cyclones.
That does it for Mark and I on this Tuesday night, but Wednesday we'll explore Dwayne Banks Field in the fall and how the baseball team is looking early.
Back to you guys at the desk.